Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf Edwards, and welcome to part 38 of the American Show. Let us begin. But first, a quick break. So, Joey was in her apartment. She had just talked to her boss about taking a break. Well, actually, not a break. She says that she's going to be late, but she says that she's going to be late. After leaves the phone room, she grabs her coat, and of course, she opens up her door. After she puts her jacket on, and then she leaves. She opens up the door and she leaves her apartment. She gets in her car and she begins driving to her mom's house. She gets to her mom's house. She gets out of the car and she knocks on the door. Her mom answers. Her mom opens the door. Then she hugs her mom, and they sit down on the couch, and she begins explaining what is happening. She says, "Well, first of all, Mom, I was okay. So, do you remember when Beatrice got kidnapped months ago?" Her mom said, "Yeah." Or their mom said, "Yeah." Well, apparently, that was okay. Okay. The princess of Civicat was in America for some reason, and she somehow, some way, got to the kidnapping, and she got to the area where the kidnappers was holding, of course, Margaret, and she, of course, captured. She went to where they were, got the kidnappers, beat them up for a while, and she helped. And she helped Beatrice. Now, apparently, and this is apparently what happened, she was so indebted to her, I believe, that she decided that she was going to help her with anything that she needed. And apparently, what she needed was Alpha Queen killed. Now, I know you're not going to believe this, Mom, but Beatrice killed Alpha Queen after someone hit him with the after the car accident. So after the car accident that happened, that put him in the hospital, he was, of course, in the hospital and I believe Beatrice showed up and shot him in the head. Now, my theory, now this is a theory here, but my theory is that, yes, I believe the kidnapping was real, but afterwards, I believe that she saved her from the kidnappers, but I also believe that she was so indebted to her that she decided to help her out with anything that she needed. I also believe that Alpha Queen was responsible for this somehow. I don't know what, but I do believe that he is the problem, that he was the problem, because there is no way that you have my sister murder him for no reason. So, something is off there. I don't know why, I don't know, I don't know why they killed him. I also don't know why I also don't know why Abigail was kidnapped either, which is what happened. Abigail Freeman was unfortunately kidnapped and tortured for a couple weeks. And before she was saved by the authorities and her life. Now, two nights ago, your daughter, well, 2 weeks ago, your daughter and the Princess of Silver Cat decided to go to the, okay. She has been, she has been working her ass off for years to make this happen. I am very sure that she was in Mexico, watching movies and making them, for weeks. And I am also very sure that, of course, she was waiting to build this school. And she has been hoping that this will happen for years now. Because movies, as we know, up until she comes back from Mexico, has not been a thing forever. It has not been a thing at all. We don't know what this is. This is this is a very new concept for us Americans. Everywhere else, including Mexico itself, has been making movies for decades. We have not been. We have been making TV shows and plays for decades. So this is very new to us. Of course, there's going to be some opposition. There was opposition towards television decades ago, and there's opposition to movies now. And so I don't believe that this is okay. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Alright. they came to the school. They pulled up to the school. And they burned down and they burned it down. They burned down the school that Abigail and her wife has been teaching kids and adults in for a couple of weeks now. Well, a couple of months now. This school has quickly become a valuable place that both kids and adults can go to learn how to make movies and bring movies forward into the future. And now, that is all in jeopardy. So, Mom. Yes, Joey? What are we going to do about this? And furthermore, do you believe me? Yes. I do believe you. This is a terrible situation. Why would she do that? Well, like I said before, she wanted to do anything for the Princess of Silvercat. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but to this extent, it just boggles my. It just boggles me. It just boggles my mind that she would do anything like this. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. You probably don't know this, but alright. Okay. So, So flashback to a couple months earlier, or a couple weeks earlier actually. We have been, Abigail and Margaret had accused, no, that's me. I forgot the name. But, they have accused, up to that point, had accused, Beatrice and the princess, Jennifer, of murder and kidnapping. And Abigail had hired a detective to solve this case. She enlisted a detective from the Sweet Town Police Department, obviously, to solve this case. Fast forward to when Abigail, her ex-husband, we'll get there. Don't worry about that. We will get there. And the person who figured it out in the first place, Peter. Okay, Peter was in the bathroom. They were having a house party, and Peter and Susan and the others was having a great time. He had to go to the bathroom. The Princess Jennifer, and Beatrice was there. They were there at the party. Then he was in the bathroom. He was going to leave, wash his hands and all that stuff, when he overheard them discussing the murder and the kidnapping as well. So it confirmed to him that everything. Okay, it confirmed to him, or it was revealed. Actually, it was it was revealed to him that they are bad people and are criminals. Abigail told Robert. Robert didn't believe it, as I have been told. He didn't believe them at first, and then eventually he did. He then told me I didn't believe him, and Now, Mom, it's important to note that I did not believe him, and because I didn't believe him, and because I believed that he was disrespecting my sister before I knew what was happening, I decided that I was going to beat his ass physically. And the worst thing about it is that he let me, because he knew that that I needed to get it all out, so he can explain to me why I was wrong about this, and he needed me to get all of that out so I can understand him better. So I can understand why he was saying all of this about my sister, his wife. So I beat him up for a while. But as I was beating him up, I realized that I saw in his eyes that he was telling me the truth. And that's when I stopped. This was after the show, because the first half of the beatdown happened before, and then after that, I beat him up again after. That's when I realized that he was telling me the truth. And from that day forward, I believed them both. The last holdover in that belief system was, of course, the last holdover of that belief was Susan. And that brings us back to the house. The police detective and Joey. No, that's me. No. The police detective Abigail, Margaret, Peter, and Patrick. They all had this meeting about what happened, and one by one, we believed her. We believed they believed them. They believed Abigail and Margaret. They were, in fact, telling us us and the people in the room the truth. And that's when he just, because as he tells the story, as he tells it, he said to me, he says to me that he was like listening to the detective, listening to Abigail, listening to Margaret tell him the truth, and he just slowly and very impactfully decided to move away from his wife. Physically, he was standing next to her, defending her physically, but as they were telling him the truth, he just signed himself away. And that's when a couple of weeks go by, he decides to file for divorce from from the situation. He decides to file for a divorce, and as I'm being told, she signed the papers. So that's what is happening, Mom. She said, wow, oh my gosh, wow, 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 yeah, I know, it's very shocking, but, do you need, I'm very sure, you might need some time to formulate your questions, but I need to go to work. But I will come back tomorrow, and I will answer your questions. But for right now, I need to leave so I can go to work. After that, she leaves the house. She gets back into her car, and she drives straight to work, to the Off-Queen studio. She makes it, she gets there, she gets out of the car, she of course goes to her office, goes to her dressing room. Then after that, she of course prepares herself for the rehearsal and eventually the show. After that, she does do the show, she leaves the dressing room, and then she leaves the dressing room, like I said before, and then she begins rehearsing with the rest of the staff and the co-host. I forgot his name. And Patrick. After that, after they finish rehearsing, like they always do, they go back into the prospective dressing rooms, and that's when she says, I talked to your former mother-in-law today, and I told her about the situation. She's quite she was quite flabbergasted. She was shocked. She was very shocked about the situation. And then Patrick said, wow, okay, thank you for, I guess, telling her. I know you didn't do it for me, you did it for yourself, but and because she needed to know what's going on. I appreciate you doing that. Wow. Thank you, I guess. This is kind of weird. Don't worry. I don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. They go back to their respective dressing rooms and they begin preparing themselves for the main show. After that, they leave said dressing room and they begin the show. They sing the opening song, the beginning of the show song, of course. Then, welcome to the American Show. American Show is a good show, blah, blah, blah. Welcome to the show. Anyway, and after that, they begin the show in earnest. They begin the monologue of the day or of the night. And then after that, they welcome their first guest. After they do that, they welcome the second one. They have a conversation about the week's events and the culture itself and what's going on in Sweet Town and in America as a whole. After that, the show, as it always does, ends with them waving goodbye to the camera, which signifies them saying goodbye to the viewing audience at home. The credits are rolling and it fades to black. Then they say goodbye to the audience that had paid their tickets to see the show, and then they leave. They leave first. Eventually, the host and the co-host leave second. And that was it. She gets back into her car and she, of course, drives home. She gets home and she opens the door and Beatrice is waiting for her. She says, "What in the actual fuck gives you the right?" And that was it. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me what do you like about the video or hate about the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.